Guys, everybody, Raven fans, Oriole fans, looking a little different because we got an 11 o'clock game here. It's about 11:30, so it's a little dark. I turned the light on, it was worse behind me. So looking a little different, but I like it. It's not bad. A little different look tonight. So thank you very much for joining us for the Ravery Sports podcast for fans like me, our special instant reaction after the Ravens and the Chargers tonight in, I think, one of the coolest sports venues, new venues in all of sports, SoFi Stadium tonight. So that looks like a palace, like when you watch a game in SoFi. So tonight, Ravens were successful, 30-23 over the Chargers. Had it not a great start, not a great first drive, but able to rebound and get the win tonight. So actually good stuff by the Ravens tonight, moving to their 8th victory on the season. So good job by the Ravens tonight. I thought this is the formula tonight. This is the formula overall tonight. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Run the ball with authority. We'll go into that here in a second. Got a major announcement too after we go over the game tonight a little bit. We're not going to hold you too long. Obviously, he's late. So we're going to go over a couple things here tonight. As we always do, Genesis Notary Services /Facebook.com. So definitely, too, if you live in the Shenandoah Valley area and you need notary service, you are going to square you away. Genesis Notary Services is our notary business. We'll be more than happy to go ahead and help you out with that. So we will stamp your documents with care. Harris Legal Shield. So those of you business owners, especially out here looking to collect during the holiday season, businesses get a little slow, you have margins, and you need some help legally. Look, the value of Legal Shield is tremendous. So absolutely, definitely check us out. Go see Charles Harris. We are LegalShield.com. We'll be happy to go ahead and get that squared away for you. RaverySports.company.site. If you are looking for those Ravens and Orioles jerseys on the website, definitely it's Christmas time, right? So you want to get your family member that Ravens jersey, that Orioles jersey, that Orioles hat, that Rushman, that Lamar, things like that. I had somebody hit me up the other day for that. Definitely, this is definitely the time of year to do it if you are looking to do it. A lot of you are real picky about these jerseys. Like, I'm finding that out doing this the last couple of years. So definitely check that out. RaverySports.company.site. Definitely check that out. Best of 2024. That is at the end of the year. Best of 2024. We're going to air that on New Year's Eve. Best of Baltimore Sports. All right. So, how do we win it? What happened in the game tonight? Ravens have a clear pattern. When Derrick Henry doesn't get 20 carries, rather, they struggle. They got it tonight. He got the mark. He hit the 20. It paid off. Henry was, what was he tonight? 140. I think it was 124 for 140. That's what you do. They were clearing them. Look, there was no excuse tonight playing the Chargers with a similar formula, a similar way with Greg. You know they're going to run the football, and that's exactly what they did tonight. Have Greg Henry run the ball. The issue. They do have an issue, I would say, on offense early now. This is one's an accident, two's a trend, three's a problem. This is 3 straight games in the first quarter where they haven't scored any points. So this is the best offense, one of the highest scoring offenses in the league, getting out the gate slow. They were able to overcome tonight. They're able to overcome it most weeks. Got to clean that up as they go into the offseason. So that's something else that they need to look at here. Second one here that we want to go over tonight. That was insanity. Going for it on 4th down in your own 16-yard line. That's like, you wouldn't even do that on Madden. You would tell somebody not to go for it on your own, but they went for it, and they needed to get it. They got it. Mark Andrews goes over on the own 16 line. Bowl doesn't even do it justice. I mean, they get I could already hear them like they don't get it, but they get it. They go, they drive down, they score, they get the minimum needed. They had another one like in the game as well where they went for it on their own 39 on 4th down. So they converted, I think it was like a couple 4th downs tonight. I think it was at least 3 or 4 4th downs tonight where they had. So getting those 4th downs were huge. those fourth and shorts, running the ball a lot. So definitely tonight, that was crazy. That was really, really gutsy. Insane is the word I kept using. Like that's like you don't ever see that as well. So good stuff though. I mean, they got it. I mean, I think they had to have it. I think that gave them the momentum shift. I think it took wear out of the Chargers. No Roquan, and I thought the linebacker rotation was a decent idea and decent enough. I think it did help that J.K. Dobbins was hurt, but they were fairly contained considering the circumstances. They did have some trouble here in the first drive controlling the middle of the field, but they've had that problem all season long, controlling the middle of the field. It looks better with a Darius Washington in there. John Harbaugh looks like he made a good decision actually putting Marcus Williams on the bench and putting a Darius Washington in. It looks far better with a Darius Washington and Kyle Hamilton patrolling that middle of the field. Now, again, they have been playing two teams as well, the Steelers and the Chargers, that don't exactly have high-powered offenses. So you got to keep that in mind. But it looks a lot better. Odafe had a sack tonight, which was good. Defense, I thought, good considering the circumstances. Good considering you didn't have Roquan, especially the linebacker rotation. Chris Board, Christian Welch just resigned. I know John Harbaugh likes Christian Welch. Malik Harrison, they were all kind of sharing the load tonight because he had the hamstring injury as well. Penalties on the offensive line, again, penalties, period. But we're seeing this in every game now. Your third and long, fourth and your first and a couple. They were what, first and 25, first and 15. McCary gets, what was it, 15? I mean, that's got to stop. And I don't care what anybody says. Falele is not the guy. If I see somebody say Falele has improved, maybe slightly, but they can't pass. They still, even now, like they've kind of had a whole season where they've kind of masked him, but every time they try and really run on that side or throw on that side, it's worse still. That's the problem. Rosengarten, I think, is good enough on the right side running in the run offense. You can pretty much run. Like run blocking, he does just fine. Pass blocking, he still needs some work. And on top of that, you're getting penalties every game. So the offensive line still has struggled. I thought they were decent enough, though. Overall, Falele was just the one guy that just stuck out for me in all the penalties. That's going to cost you. That's going to cost you some games going forward. So definitely keep that in mind. 5, just not enough talent on the Chargers yet. The Chargers, we know exactly what they are. They have a ton of former Ravens. I mean, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Greg Roman, Hayden Hurst, Tony Jefferson was in uniform tonight. Bradley Bozeman, a bunch. But they don't have what the Ravens have. They don't have all pro guys in the several different places. Justin Herbert, I don't want to hear anybody say that Justin Herbert's better than Lamar Jackson. He's definitely with a good coach. Well, he looked pretty good. I think he's got a gorgeous deep ball, Justin Herbert. But he doesn't have great receivers. He definitely tried to do tonight. He's tried to get like pass interference a lot with a lot of those rainbows you have. But they don't have it. They don't have the horses yet. The Ravens just had too many bullets in the gun. They don't have a Derrick Henry on the Chargers yet. They don't have, they have the philosophy. They have coaching. They have culture, but they don't have the horses. The Ravens have the horses. They got a guy MVP. They got all pro running back, all pro wide receivers, all pro tight end, possibly an all pro center. On defense, you have a guy all pro like Roquan Smith. So they had more horses, more bullets in the gun. Chargers are not going to beat the Ravens in the playoffs, I don't think, even with the familiarity of it as well. Pigtown Sports, penalties are a huge issue. I agree. I absolutely agree with you. I've seen the penalties too many times in these games where it's just it's too many in a game. It's 3 and 4 every game. I've seen it 3 or 4 times in every game. That's as well. Makari's also getting flagged. Absolutely right. Makari's absolutely getting flagged every game. As good as he is on the left side, I think he's an upgrade over Voorhees, but he's getting flagged every game. The line in general, you can't. It's been I think it's still an issue. I think it's still an issue, Pigtown. I really do. I really think this is still an issue to have this all season long, where you have all of these flags every game. So yeah, very fascinating stuff with that as well. So yeah, I'm concerned about it too. I'm concerned about it too. But the Chargers just didn't have enough bullets in the gun to go ahead and match them tonight. One thing, and I want to talk about this. So Ravens win 30. One last thing, Ravens 30-23 over the Chargers, the Super Chargers. Ravens getting the win tonight, putting them ahead in the playoffs. I think the Ravens definitely, if they're not out of the Steeler business, they can now put the position to beat the Steelers, win the division, and now become at least the top wild card as well. One other thing I want to go over tonight, major announcement for our channel, the future of our podcast, Driving to the Top Productions. That'll be our first collaboration. They will now air the Ravery Sports podcast every week on their channel. So it was great working with them. They reached out to me. Fantastic. Thank you so much for allowing me to join. They just had a move of a Baltimore guy. They're looking for somebody who covers Baltimore sports. They reached out, and it is be honored to share that podcast with them every week, the Ravery Sports podcast. So what does that mean? So what means that you might see me on the Driving to the Top channel, Productions channel, doing other collaborations, talking to other content creators. I see a lot of Georgia football, like coffee, college football, and all that stuff. And if you want to watch the Ravery Sports podcast over there, for those of you who watch that channel, it'll be there as well. So it'll be on my channel here every week, and it'll be on the Driving to the Top Productions channel every week as well. So we'll be airing it the same day. You'll get all the Baltimore sports content information. There's a great way to increase our reach, work with other content creators. I'd be more than happy. They said they were more than happy for me to be on their channels. You may see some guys on here, etc. So it's my honor to go ahead and work with them as well, to go ahead and give you more content, Baltimore sports, especially on a night like tonight. 30-23 Ravens over the Chargers tonight in SoFi. So definitely check us out on a regular podcast date. That is going to be on Thursday morning. Yes, that's Thanksgiving. So we will go ahead and drop the podcast early on Thursday morning. Happy Thanksgiving. If you're busy this week and you don't get to watch, happy Thanksgiving. Certainly be happy after the Ravens victory. You guys have a great rest of your evening.